why guys and girls, people don't make it into the executive protection bodyguard industry. Make sure you watch this video before you invest a bunch of money in training. So anyways, so the reason, a lot of guys don't make it in this game, guys and girls, but primarily guys, is there are a few things that I've seen. And the reason I've seen these things is because if you buy a course and you train with me at the league, at Bravo, you get ongoing mentorship. So I'm there with you. Like, what course do you go to where you can call your instructor? I just got another text from another student right now where you literally can text your instructor and be like, yo, I need help with this. Hey, what am I supposed to do here? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da, right? And what other school do you go to where we have ongoing monthly Zoom meetings to check in with you, make sure you're good, and help you achieve success? It doesn't exist. So I'm here to tell you, you can be mad at me all you want, but that's how I take responsibility for my student body, and that's what I love doing. And that one way of building our career success together in the EP industry has honestly kept me going, because 80 to 90% of what I get back every meeting almost when we do these monthly calls is, hey man, thanks so much. You changed my life. This is amazing. I wouldn't be here without you. You saved my life. I'm starting a company because of you. I can feed my family because of you. I had enough money to buy Christmas presents for my family for the first time in my life because of you and your training. That's what I usually hear.
I give a lot to what I have now, because of you and the conversations that we have, outside of this and all the, criticism and everything, so I just want to make you proud. So
if you're a good cop, you can make the transition, because a good cop knows it's community first and you're serving people.
Correct.
If you have that mindset, you'll win at this game. But I'd say the benefit of the program for me, and I was fortunate, man. I literally, he said, put 3 eggs, I put 3 eggs. He said, get a red pen, I got a red pen. And the door opened up, started running details, went on tour, and I was with guys that had 15, 20 years in the game. Yeah. And they were looking at me like I had 15, 20 years in the game.
I wouldn't be in here in this position, or sitting here even on this detail right now, getting what we're getting, if it wasn't for stumbling across your stuff. I've told you many times, you're definitely a mentor to me. You're an awesome friend. This is all great. Anyone who's out there, Jabari or any of these people we've heard, you're in the right place. If you're here, believe me, this training and these tools and everything that Byron gives you, man, they're second to none. They're like...
But there is a small group of people that really, really struggle, and I'm starting to notice patterns. And so I want to make this video as a disclaimer, because what I don't want you to do with me or anyone else is spend your money and not have the foundation or the framework or the engine built out necessary to really make it in this game, okay? And really that comes down to a few things that you need to understand about this game, and I'm gonna try not to make this long, but it might be kind of long. And that's that business and also this game is very superficial at times, especially depending on what client demographic you're going after. The reality is, the short way for me to explain it without turning this into a podcast is, you need to look like the kind of person that someone wants to pay 6 figures to protect, or you need to possess a skill set that someone would pay 6 figures for you to protect them and their family. That's it. So like, if you're a black belt in this or that, grandmaster shooter, whatever it is, whatever your claim to protector, IQ, PQ, your claim to fame would be when you walk into that office, you have a special forces background, military background, law enforcement. You don't have a military background, but you have some type of combatives that just say, this guy could literally protect me in a physical altercation. Civilians do great in this industry. Civilians are welcomed. I've created the hard skills intensive so you guys can come and get some hard skills training before going in. I've created the professional protector course so you can get some operational training.
So finally, let me be crystal clear. If you want to get into the bodyguarding, CP, and executive protection industry, it's good if you have a specialty, whether it's martial arts of some type, medical of some type, maybe know a few languages. That is good, not necessary, right? You should definitely be a fit person. Make sure your physical fitness is up to par, because when people look at you, they see your standards, they see your physical fitness standards, and you need to walk into a room and bring honor and credit to that person's brand for hiring you for protection. And then finally, the most valuable course I've ever taught in the 60 hours of coursework that we have online is the social dynamics of executive protection. You need to make sure you have decent social dynamics and capabilities. Those three things, those two things really, the having a specialty is nice, but physical fitness and your social dynamics will impact your ability to get hired into this industry. So if you need help with those things, you can reach out to us. You can start training with us. If you're a civilian, civilians do great in this industry. Civilians are welcomed in this industry. Invest in yourself and your training. Go to the hard skills. Invest in a good school and learn the way of executive protection, because it is a different mission. If you're prior law enforcement, military, understand it's a different mission than law enforcement and military. You need to learn bodyguarding, executive protection, CP work for wherever you're working, so that you can excel at it. Those are the things I want you to take away from this video. My school has the capability of teaching you these things, getting you these certifications, mentoring you ongoing after you graduate, and giving you a network that can help you succeed and achieve your professional goals. Our school is designed for professional success, not just to teach you how to be a bodyguard. There's a big difference.
But you've got to understand that you might get a job because you're a Navy SEAL, Space Cadet, Ninja, Jedi, you name it. You know, you can bend bullets, you know, you're from the movie Wanted and you're Assassin's Creed. You might get the job because of that. But what's gonna keep the job and what's gonna even get you past the first job interview is my client gonna like this guy? Can I put this guy next to my client without him making a fool of himself and thus the company and my entire protection detail and lose us hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars? So that's what's gonna go through their heads. And so when they're looking at you in the job interview phase, when they first plug you in with a client or plug you in with a team, social dynamics of executive protection, what I teach in the executive protection master's class, and what I teach in training day, the online courses, this is what's going to keep you in the game and get you paid. Hard skills may change lives, but soft skills keep you in the game and get you paid. If you're socially awkward, that is one of the biggest impediments to success in this game. And I just want to say that it's something that you really need to figure out how to iron out. Because that is one thing I've seen hold a lot of guys back. Good dudes, like guys that are good, tactically sound, great hearts, great people. But I've noticed when you come to the course and you train with us, whether it's the 8-day, the 7-day, or the full 20 days, and you're out there, you can see it within your team. You'll see it in your class review. You'll see it in the way people interact with you, right? And you know this about yourself if you're at all halfway self-aware. Physical fitness and social dynamics are the two biggest things that I see hold guys back from this game. Those are the massive things. So you can get all the training in the world. If you're overweight or obese, not so much if you're skinny. If you're skinny, you could still be one of the Jason Bourne kind of guys that's like, you know, has all the moves, but you know, if you're skinny, you just gotta be fit, man. Physical fitness is massive, you know? The reason I got sponsored by Core Medical is because guys were coming to my courses and some of them weren't physically fit and their hormones are off. And so I send them to Core Medical, you can find the link on my website and all those things, to get blood work done to understand how to get their hormones on track so they can start actually having it diet and having it actually work, right? So anyways, physical fitness is massive. You need to have the look. I need to be able to sell security with you just by walking in a room and saying to my clients, hey, instead of me being here tonight, this guy's gonna be here. This guy's gonna be here tonight. You know, this guy's gonna be here tonight. And then be like, okay, yeah, good. And that's what companies are thinking. And then the second thing I would say is social dynamics of executive protection. And then the third thing I would say holds people back is training and network. This game's not about who you know, it's about who knows you. And if no one knows you, then it's gonna take you a long time to make a name for yourself. But if you're going to trainings with other executive protection agents, you're building your network. You will build your network 2x, because how does your network build? if you're not going to executive protection events, which you're almost definitely not, if you're not willing to invest in yourself and go to training, you're probably just gonna be working, trying to get on an EP detail. Maybe you get on one, maybe you get on two. But if you're going to events and you're also going to trainings, you're getting in the room with EP guys, and your network's gonna grow 2 to 3 times faster because you're getting in the room with EP guys, larger volumes of EP guys. Because look, your network's gonna grow at the pace that you get work and get exposed to new agents. The pace that you get work, it's 1-man detail, 2-man detail, 3-man, maybe 4-man at the most. That's how fast your network's gonna grow. You get one of those gigs once a month, maybe, once every 2 months, once a week, how fast you get those gigs. That's how fast your network's gonna grow. But if you start going to executive protection events and you're in a room with a few hundred to 1,000 EP agents, explosive for your network. You go to training events and you're in a class with 15 to 25 EP agents, explosive growth. And not only do you get to have a 2-second elevator conversation with them, hi, my name is, this is where I'm at, call me if you need anything. You actually get to work side by side with these guys. And so your network grows because they create whole entire palettes of memory with you during training events. So anyways, all of these things are reasons I've seen some guys get some of the best training in the industry and then get out and have a really hard time getting on a team or staying on a team. If you want to get some of the best training in the industry and you want someone else like me to build your network in the industry, that's what we do at the league. And if you want ongoing mentorship like this, someone who can look at you and assess these things, then join us at the League of Executive Protection Specialists, epspecialist.com. Every course you sign up for, you get ongoing mentorship, you get access to our network, our secret groups, all that stuff, and you get some of the best training in the world. And I will do everything I can to ensure your success in the executive protection industry. God bless Semper Fi, Byron Rodgers, protector by nature and by trade. More to come. Boom, boom, boom.
If you're enjoying this video, go to epspecialist.com to take your executive protection career to the next level or to get in the game. Byron Rodgers, protector by nature and by trade.